Hey, what's up, Stitches? My name is Nisha. I art all the time. Today I used my makeup to do an art on my own face. If you want to shop my stash with me and see how I got this look, then just stay tuned. Hey Stitches, we're doing another Get Ready With Me Shop My Stash. Today from the archives. I am pulling out some oldies, because that's mostly what I have. We're pulling in the Feral palette, the original one, not the reimagined one, that stayed permanent from Menagerie, the Whalesong, and STOBE later SHROUD Creepy Cute, because I want this to be a summer green look, not a fall green look, and I want to do it without teal or turquoise this time. And we're also gonna throw in Livius from DEVINAH Cosmetics. And my DEVINAH Cosmetics collection is small, and I used to have a couple more shadows, but they broke because I moved around so much. Let's get into it. And I do intend on making my DEVINAH collection bigger as we go, because I was so inspired by Betty Jean, or Batty Bean here on YouTube. She always does these, hold on, as you know, I got some mature lids, so we're going in with, oh no, we're not. Fooled you. Fooled me too. We're going in with this one from Whalesong, and it's called Reef. Anyway, I'm always so inspired by Betty Jean on YouTube, because she's always encouraging you to shop your own stash and not necessarily go out and get new releases, even if it's a collab she did. And I don't have a influencer size collection. Maybe one day. Oh my god, I wink like my daughter. I am not smooth. Maybe one day, but not today. And I want to do some BYOPs, Bring Your Own Palette, and that is a series that she does. I wonder if she'd be okay with me copying that, but I want to build up my DEVINAH Cosmetics. I mean, a lot of people make magnetic shadows these days, or magnetic eyeshadow palettes these days. So that definitely makes it easier to shop your own stash. But oh my god, I just love the DEVINAH formula so much, and I wish my my two Lost Shadows Censor and Sphinx hadn't burst during that last move. It's like they hung in there and they hung in there and they hung in there, and then they went. And you know what? Fair. That's fair. I did put them through a lot. And I'm taking that same shade on the tip of my angled brush, and because my eyes are so close together, but I want to do kind of a spotlight eye, I can't quite do it. So instead of putting that dark shadow in here, I'm gonna kind of create an extended nose contour with it. Here, let me show you. And does this get kind of sloppy? Yeah. And that's okay, because first you show up, and then you make it kind of perfect later. It's the same with a lot of things I find. First you show up, and then you perfect. And we're not connecting it. And the shadow will get skewed in between here and make its own little bridge, but I'm not actually putting the brush there. So that happened just now, what you witnessed. Now, we're going into the Creepy Cute palette, and we're taking that color, take a hint with this fluffy wide crease brush, and we're doing like that. Now, do these old ass eyeshadows irritate my eyes? No, I kept them very clean over the years. And if you have an old collection, or you have a collection, this doesn't quite work with a collection that is already old, but if you have a collection, or you bought something and you really love it and you want to make it safe to use for a really long time, and don't completely take my advice on this, I am not a chemist, and I did not go to cosmetology school. But if you want to be reckless like me, don't be reckless like me. Get some alcohol, some isopropyl alcohol. Is that what it's called? Isopropyl? But get rubbing alcohol and spray and wipe your powder products down from time to time. I used to do it so frequently, at one point I got really lazy, but it really did help with bacteria, and bacteria doesn't quite grow in powder products. It doesn't thrive in powder the same way it thrives in liquid and cream. I'm not saying it can't, I'm saying it's just not the same. So when you, anyway, I'm gonna shut up before I get in trouble. Now, we're going into the Feral palette, finally at long last, and we're going into that yellow shadow called Night Eyes. And we're going with a clean, fluffy blending brush, very similar to that other one I was using. Am I saying do that? No, you should be cleaning your eyeshadows and your blushes, any powder products, pressed powder, quite frequently. You should, you just should, whether you plan on keeping it a long time or not. I just happen to not get infections from it. That's not to say that I haven't thrown out eyeshadows, because after a while of constantly cleaning eyeshadows, the alcohol does react with the binders in your powder eyeshadows, and it dries them out, makes them chalkier, makes them a lot more. So I use that yellow to bridge these two together, and now I'm kind of going underneath, but not in the all the way down in the tear duct, and kind of using that to blur out the green. Whew. It's a lot of color. It will change the quality of your eyeshadows over time, but these guys have been holding up quite well. Now, gonna take my NYX glitter primer, and I'm gonna flip the brush that I used to prime my lids in the first place over and start covering the mobile lid and start kind of tapping it upward, because, you know, I've been bringing my eyeshadow upward, the shimmer eyeshadows upward a little bit. And kind of tap it outward a little. Mind you, a lot of this is going to get covered up with eyeliner. Alrighty. First, we are going to go into the Whalesong palette Splash, and I'm just going to take a flat filbert cut brush and tap that along on the outer, next to the outer V, and kind of overlap it a little, but I'm not going to bring it in too far. And I'm going to take it slightly on the edge of that a little bit and go up here and drag it down slightly. See if I can show you a little better. Tap and drag. Place and pull, place and pull, place and pull. So now we have that. And now we go into Livius with the same brush. I'm gonna flip the brush over. Now we're going all over. Cool. Now, we're almost done with the top lid. We are going into Euchera from the Feral palette. I think I want that right there. I originally wanted on the center of my mobile lid, but now, yeah, that was the right decision. All right, I'm super happy with that. Now I'm gonna clean this all up and I will be right back. Hey, I'm back. So on the under eye, I just took Wreath and Take a Hint. and blended them on the outer corner, and then brought Yucca from here all the way here, and then mixed my two complexion colors together and did my under eyes. Normally I would bring this lower, but because it's a green, I'm not really feeling that. So moving on to the cheekuses, I'm gonna take my favorite blush. It's Sarafina from Juvia's Place, and I'm gonna take that same angled brush that I used to do my complexion products, and I'm just gonna, I love Nectarine blush with green eyeshadow. Love Nectarine blush with green eyeshadow. That's not to say that I don't love a peach or any other kind of blush with green eyeshadow. I think I'm gonna skip the highlighter today. I have a lot to do, and it's not a highlighter ass day at this moment, but I am gonna, because obsessed with that new blush thing. And there was a little bit left over on the thingy dingy. Meow. I'm gonna take my eyebrow pen and pick out some, ooh, that's the spoolie end, and pick out some moles. Let's do, that one's pretty prominent. Let's do, ooh, this one today. Leave that one. I love that trick. And I wish I had started doing it sooner when I was advised to as a young cutie patootie modeling in San Francisco back in the aughts. What am I looking for? I'm looking for lipstick. Hold on. So for lips, we're going in, and I bought this before she revamped her packaging, the SUSHIGLOW Bella Swan Bloody Lip Tint. Her packaging got so much cuter since she did this. Ooh. Do I like that with this green eyeshadow? It's looking a little bit Lion of Judah. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I think I need a darker lip. I forgot how bright. Alright, well, I guess that's the lip liner. Hold on, let me go get a darker lipstick. Okay, I found some darker lipsticks because I'm loving the opposite colors right now, but it's not what I'm not going for bright on bright. I'm gonna change the value of the lipstick, bring that deeper. So I'm gonna be going in with Dahlia and Sensual from MILANI. This is Dahlia, this is Sensual. Great quality, by the way. I know no one's talking about them anymore, but all right, that's a bit more what I was going for. Now we're going to pull that a little bit deeper. Get that spot where the lip filler didn't dissolve at the same rate as the rest of it. Okay, now I'm gonna deal with my hair and come back. All right, here is the finished look. I swear I was gonna put on some eyelashes today, and I have a lot to do. I've got work later, and I just wasn't feeling it. I'm still not, I don't know. I will, because I love the way falsies look with faces. But here's the finished look. I'm really into it, and it's very any season. Like, I would wear this on Christmas, but I think I achieved my not fall green eyeshadow look. It's pretty bold. It's not for the weak. So anyway, thank you for doing this tutorial with me, and thank you for sticking around. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and share if you know anybody else who loves this kind of content. And you have the best day ever, and then have another best day ever tomorrow. I know it's a lot to ask, but we're gonna try. All right, I love you so hard.